prepaid is the predominant sort of way most people on the planet, not just this region, paid for their mobile telephony service. And the reason being is when these carriers got started and until today, they don't have bank accounts or they're underbanked, or they choose, because from a budgeting standpoint, they want to pick and choose the amount that they want to pay at and whatever period basis. And so as a result, that's resulted in how people consume their mobile telephony. And so it's a pay-as-you-go system. And the other aspect of that is many people globally on an absolute basis just don't have the type of money that we do here in the West, and they don't have credit. And so the last thing that traditional sort of addressing systems, so you can't put a bill in the mail. They don't have bank accounts with debit cards that enable recurring payments. And so it's the only way that the carriers can provide an economically viable model is to require their users, payers to prepay for service.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense now. So you have people that have these prepaids, they're buying them pay as you go for the minutes. And then out of that, you're saying essentially that they have excess prepaids and maybe they want to utilize that to send it because they're not using it. So they'll resell it, or even maybe could use that for purchases. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah. So the one nuance in this is that while some people might have excess per se, they use it as a type of wallet, right? That's really where this solution has evolved. And it starts with the SIM card. There's 8 billion prepaid SIM cards globally, right? And they over-index across emerging markets. There's over 1 billion within sub-Saharan Africa alone. And effectively what these are simple store value accounts, right? I go to a shop, retailer, pay in locally in whatever means available. And I now have this account with value on it that in many cases is transferable. I can use for talk, text, data, and mobile money. And so what Fonbnk has created is a type of software that sits on top of that, as well as that network of individuals, agents, retailers, whether they're formal or informal, that allow you to add value or transact on that wallet.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm glad you walked us through that. It makes complete sense. So yeah, going back to just to recap, make sure I completely understand what the listeners here. You have basically an unbanked society or underbanked society, and you have these mobile phones. Everyone needs a mobile phone. And you can buy prepaid. So that's why this whole market even existed to begin with, is there's no debit cards like here, we buy these monthly plans with our carriers. But then because of that, it has then grown into, hey, wait a minute. This is also a way to have my own mobile banking system, essentially. I have extra money, I buy minutes, and it's there. And then here comes Fonbnk now saying, hey, you have all this money stored up as prepaids, maybe the money that you've earned or whatever that you've been using. Here's now a way to transfer that into a way that now you can use it for payments.
Exactly. And maybe so the sort of analog is, what if M-Pesa meets the blockchain? It's now an open architecture, over the top, meaning that I don't have to go around to the different mobile carriers to strike partnerships or the banking solutions, because it's just a piece of software that enables them to utilize the services that they have available to them today. But now we orchestrate this sort of next level of capability that allows them to access Web3. The other aspect of this that is not necessarily so obvious, and the significance of the prepaid airtime, is that it's like at the bottom of the pyramid in terms of accessibility for people on the planet, right? And they can bootstrap liquidity in markets where they might have a broken financial system and they can't ordinarily get access to crypto or do those sort of transfers or have access to bank accounts, which is the case with traditional sort of P2P exchanges.